Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade with Domicile real estate for people who love houses. And if that is you, you are in the right place. This is the show where we take a look at what I think is a pretty cool house on the market in the Southern California area here. And also, just as a reminder, we are a real estate brokerage that does a lot of work in architectural and historic homes. We love them. You love them, and we would love to help you. So if you are looking to buy or sell an architectural home in Los Angeles and Orange counties, absolutely reach out to us. There is a link below if you'd like to have a 15-minute, no obligation conversation with us just to talk about what's on your mind. We would love to hear from you. So let's get started. This house is kind of interesting because I think it's a bit of a sweet spot. And I'm going to describe a scenario that we run into a lot. And that is people love the designs of some of the 1950s mid-century modern homes. But, and there's a big but, those homes just aren't that big. They're just not quite big enough. They have tiny closets. The bathrooms are small. They are from really just kind of a different era of living. And while a lot of times people can make that work, other times people really need just a little bit more space, a little bit more storage, a little bit more of everything. And this is one of those houses that I think really sort of takes that idea to heart. It also is kind of a supercharged version of a home that became quite prevalent about 10 years later. And that is kind of the idea of this sort of like split level home, right? That 70s split level was a super common design. This home was built in 1964. And it really is kind of a supercharged original version of this. And we're super happy to show it to you. So without further ado, this is 1306 Via Del Rey in South Pasadena, California, a very, very desirable area. Great schools, great shopping in that area as well. And then you're also close to Pasadena, just to the north. So you have downtown Pasadena. This is not an inexpensive house. I'm not going to lie to you. It is $1.85 million. It's hard to call that cheap or affordable, though for South Pasadena, it's actually not that far off. 3 beds, 2.5 baths. It's just over 2,100 square feet. That may not sound like a lot, but as soon as you see the pictures of the interior, you're going to see why this home really lives quite a bit bigger than that might suggest. It's not our listing. It's listed by Meg Middleman of Century 21 Masters, but we would love to represent your interests as a buyer. You should absolutely do that. So you've kind of got this great hilly location and you have this interesting split level approach. And what I love about this home as a split level is that unlike many of the split level properties that were built in South Orange County and in other suburban environments, this one is a split level because that's exactly what the lot dictates. So this home is actually responsive to the lot. It's actually on a hill, as you can see. So where you enter is on the upper side, and then the split levels on the lower side. We have an upstairs and a downstairs. Super cool. Big driveway space leading up to it. This home is mostly original with a few changes. I know the temptation might be to just rip everything out. I do think you could really optimize this landscaping to just create an incredible approach. Something else I want to point out to you, and you could barely see it here, I wish it were more visible in these photos, is this really cool kind of pergola element that's on the front of this wing of the house. It's also on the front of the garage. Let me see if there's another shot that will show that. There, you can actually see it here, this kind of pergola element. It creates cool shadows across the house. So this is your approach going up. So you don't walk up a bunch of steps to go in the front door, which is a problem with a lot of split level homes. They kind of force the split level. Really cool approach angle because the house actually jets in here with plants. That roof line doesn't go straight across. So you have a very multi-dimensional approach. This is that really cool foyer that's been developed in the house. And I love that the paneling is all wood on this home. We are seeing, a huge comeback after decades of white walls. We're actually seeing the wood paneling really make a comeback, and this home is spectacular. It's got a flagstone slate entry flooring, which was very common in the 1960s. And then you've got this great living room. And this is what I said, when I mentioned that, your 2,100 square feet doesn't sound like a lot, but this house lives bigger than that. And I think this living room kind of gives you an idea of that. It's huge and expansive. You've got this beautiful three-sided freestanding fireplace that separates the dining room from the living room. And there are walls of glass on both sides of this living room. Really a cool space. Got some virtual staging. Now you're looking out through where the dining room space through the back of the house. And what a lot of people don't realize was just exactly how open this home was for the 1960s. Most homes were far more closed up and compartmentalized than this. I mean, this really was a revolutionary kind of design for the time. But you've also got some great freestanding stairs with poured concrete treads. These are super cool in practice when you see them. And the ceiling is lower in this dining space here to give it a more intimate feel. Again, walls of glass. The kitchen in this home, because again, this is a 1960s house, not a 1950s house. The kitchen on this home is actually oversized. You've got a great big kitchen, buffet serving space that could be a breakfast bar counter over here. Now, tile countertops in the flooring, not necessarily my choice. Those might be things to look at. But understand this cabinetry is very high quality with flush frames and doors, meaning it's very, very clean lined. This was expensive cabinetry in 1964 when this home was built, and it appears to be custom made for this home, not stock cabinetry. We've got newer appliances. We have a little half bath here, laundry space. Another look at this living room, which really is just kind of the star of the show in this house. It is the literal and figurative center of the home. We've got a primary bedroom over here with kind of a slider that goes off the back of the house. And this is a space that's up that little staircase that you see directly from the living room. So it's kind of its own little wing over here. Extra large bathroom, again, with this custom cabinetry. It's hard to tell exactly what wood species this is, but it looks like it might be mahogany or teak. So definitely high quality work. I think in a home like this, you want to live in it and really get an idea before you change anything. There's another cool little design element here. You might notice that there are two glass doors in this bathroom. And you're thinking, well, there's a tub over here. This looks like a shower. What is this? Well, one of the things that was popular in the late 50s to about the mid 60s was actually mirroring the tempered glass frosted doors for the commode area for the toilet. It's a cool element we see on some other homes. Really, this is just a kind of a standout bathroom, a large closet. And then you've got this cool upper loggia space that's covered. And what I love about this is I think you could actually use this space. I think you really want to design your outdoor spaces to have meaning and purpose. And a covered space like this with views, I mean, just imagine sitting out here in a rain shower, right? Shielded from the weather, but kind of enjoying the nature, seeing the mountains. You've got a lower loggia. They've sort of enclosed this with kind of a screen material. I think I might get rid of that. This is not Florida. We don't quite have the bugs. And then you've got an elevated swimming pool, right? I love how the yard system also mirrors the house. It's on multiple levels as well. Here is the small staircase that goes down to the lower areas. We've got another large bedroom down here. They did add kind of this little pool table room, and we're going to show some pictures of that. I'm not sure I would keep this. I sort of wonder really what its purpose is. I think I might rather have this as outdoor living space. And we've got another bedroom at the back. And then you've got the secondary bathroom, dual vanities. Again, this custom cabinetry. And this is kind of that lower patio space next to the pool. Just really, properties like this are well designed. They're well thought of. What this home needs is just a little bit of tweaking, very gentle renovations, I think is the right way to approach a home like this. Beautiful pool area. And then you've got some stairs that go down to an even lower level. Garage, spacious. And again, back to kind of looking at these overhead views. Beautiful neighborhood. You can kind of see here a little bit better of the layout of things, and then that like pool table room sticks out over here. I think I'd rather actually have that as yard space. Very private as well. You know, privacy is really a premium here in Southern California. So, you know, this is really just an amazing property, and I mean, it should be for 1.85 million. And yes, you're gonna have to do things to it, but you know, these are the kind of homes I love, right? And sometimes these homes don't get sort of the headline grabbing that I think they should. I think this is one that people might click past and might overlook because it doesn't appear to have as pure of a design as some of the 1950s homes. But guess what? A house like this, the functionality level is improved greatly. Well, that's all I've got for you. If you want to see this one, I want to see it. Let us show it to you. Definitely reach out and we can arrange that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you've watched the end, we have a fun little bonus. The first person in the comments who can correctly guess where this background is in back of me, and I've mentioned it before in our videos, if you know where this background is, we will send you a $10 Starbucks gift card. Not something huge, but something fun to enjoy. Grab either a cup of coffee, cup of tea. Trying to think what else. Well, we're so glad you watched. Obviously, we'd love to help you out if you're looking to buy or sell architectural real estate in Los Angeles, Orange counties. And we'll see you again real soon.